everyone, welcome back to another OurMFC video. It's your host Jordan, and today we have got guest Ben, who is he actually works for us here at OurMFC. Brilliant writer. You've probably seen some of his articles. So I've got nothing but praise for Ben. Absolutely brilliant lad. And what we're going to be talking about today is the absolute shambolic refereeing performance that was Saturday. That ultimately meant that Boro lost out on the 3 points, well, any point at all. But yeah, let's just get into it. So, Ben, like I say, welcome to the channel. This is your first video with us, isn't it? You've written plenty of articles, but what were your thoughts on Saturday's game?
Well, I mean, shambolic's one word for it, definitely. I think the thing is, I think it's more frustrating than other losses this season because we actually played really well. Like I thought we dominated them for most of the game. You know, in the standard 5-3-2, 3-5-2. Just played them off the park a lot of the time, and just some silly mistakes, and you know, like you said, some shambolic decisions. It's just gone against us again. Yeah,
I think that first goal was disappointing, like you say, very disappointing because you know you're doing well, you know, pretty much all the way through up until that point, and it's just I've spoke about it in other videos that I've done, and it's just them split-second decisions and that lack of communication between House and Bowler, and it's led. I mean, it was a good finish from Ayu, I can't lie, but well, yeah, exactly. It came off Spence, didn't it? But like you say, that was one of them things. But like I agree with you. I think that we dominated the game throughout. I don't remember Bettinelli having to make any saves at all, really.
Not really.
I remember. Well, apart from that, I don't recall them having any clear-cut chances.
Yeah.
At all. So I think, like you said, the outcome should have been a Boro win. Definitely. I thought it deserved. Yeah, even a draw. I think a draw would have been a little bit hard done by because they defended well at times, but we were like relentless in our attacks. You know, they'd come back out and we were straight back at them. And it was like that all game. It was like a game of attack v defence, wasn't it? Really.
That second half, I've never seen us play such a high line. It was ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's why it's such a hard one to take. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's such a hard one to take.
Yeah.
But I mean, one player that I've said as well this season has been phenomenal and easily one of the best bits of business we've done. Sam Morsey getting his first goal for the Boro as well. I mean, it'll have been such a mix of emotions for him because, you know, he's scored his first goal for the club, and once again he was absolutely outstanding, and he got man of the match, and rightly so. But then on the other hand, he'll feel hard done by, so he won't really get to celebrate that because obviously what came after that.
I saw a bit of negativity on Twitter, like half time, people criticising Sam Morsey, and I was a bit baffled by it, really. I thought it might be a game or something because he was pressing really well. He was all over the pitch. He was just breaking up.
He's one of them players. Yeah, he's one of them players like Sav, where he goes a little bit unnoticed. You know, he does things that impact the game, like really minimal. So like when we were saying about Sav has had the most goal contributions this year. Everyone kind of says, "Oh, he overpriced," and you know it probably was a little bit overpriced, but he's starting to finally show his worth essentially at the club, what he can do, and I think Morsey's going to be one of them players. I do believe in the next few years or so, I think he will take that captaincy role from House. He's just got that in him, hasn't he? He's one of them players that every team needs a Sam Morsey. And I don't think we've had that since Grant Ledbetter. No,
probably not.
And I think that's what we've really missed, hasn't it? Really, someone in the middle that's going to like dictate and
I mean, Brent's not exactly. Well, he's not the captain anymore, but he wasn't exactly a vocal leader.
No, not all.
Exactly, really.
No. I spoke about that a little bit in the latest news video. About the like Brit swapping captaincy and Johnny Howson taking over. I do think that was the right decision, to be fair. And like you say, he wasn't a good leader at all, in the sense of being vocal, and he wasn't always in games as well. So that made a difference, constantly swapping captains all the time. Whereas, you know, Johnny Howson would be there throughout. And then, but going back to the Swans, bringing, for example, Akpom on at half time.
So, hang on, I lost you for a little bit there. Sorry, my internet's quite bad.
Sorry, mate. I'll just go over it again. What are your thoughts on the changes and Akpom, for example, being brought on at half time?
I thought Akpom played fairly well. You know, I think we needed someone really to kind of pin the defenders back, to just give us a bit of a focal point, because I think Watmore was a bit absent in the first half. Yeah, I quite liked the approach of going for split strikers, because we had like Watmore and Balassi up top, and then Saville was kind of pushing into that space in between. But I think in that game we did need someone up top, just to kind of to keep the defenders in their line and keep them pinned back. And I thought he had an all right game. I seem to remember him having a few decent chances, setting up a few. So his movement looked pretty good. I think for Akpom, he's not the type of striker that you can lump balls up to and he'll flip someone. You know, he needs it on the floor. He needs it in behind. And I think if we start doing that, I think he could prove a good signing.
Yeah, I do. It's been frustrating, because normally when I watch the games, I watch them with my girlfriend's dad. But me and him always say, you know, with the strikers that we've got, the type of strikers that we've got, you need to pass it at the feet on, for example, the edge of the box, and then you're looking for that man that you can lay it off to, and then run behind. So say, for example, like Howson plays the ball into Akpom. Akpom lays it on Sav, for example, and then you've maybe got Balassi peeling off. And then, do you know, when you create it that way. And I know it's not always as simple as we're talking about it now, but I like to see us try that a bit more, because I think that's the type of stuff that would, you know, get Akpom firing on all cylinders as well, and do him the world of confidence, because I think, you know, he hasn't had that much of an impact in terms of goals this season, like less than we'd have hoped for. But then again, he hasn't always had the best service, and sometimes the way that we were playing doesn't really suit him. So yeah, that's, like I said, maybe. But like you said, I agree with you. I thought he was good when he came on. He looked energetic, looked lively, and he bobbed about a bit, and like you said, created a few chances for us. Yeah.
What I found quite interesting is because you say he hasn't really contributed goals that much, but on the thing that was retweeted earlier, it showed that he got 6 goal involvements, which was like joint third, which took me by surprise. You know, he scored like 2 in his first 2, and then it feels like he's been absent for the rest of the time, but he's actually, you know, joint third for goal involvement. So
yeah, so when you look at that stat, it's a surprising stat, but a good one, a good surprise.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just moving on now to the penalty right at the end, the absolute dagger in the heart. Was it a penalty?
I think so. I would say so.
Would you?
Yeah, I think the referee's let himself be influenced. It's a tough one, really. It's a tough one to call.
It is,
because it looks like Saville just gets in front of the ball and the oncoming Swansea player, and then the Swansea player kicks through him. So then it's like, is that a foul by the Swansea man? But then Saville's in the way, so is it a foul by him?
Yeah,
I think what annoyed me the most, I think, was the fact that the referee looked like he pointed for a corner, and then he's being crowded by a Swansea player, and he's like, "Oh, it's a penalty."
He changed his mind like that. Yeah. I know. I seen a tweet earlier saying, "Oh, well, he's allowed to do that," but I do agree with what Warnock's saying, in the fact that if you're not sure, you can't give it.
Yeah,
you can't give it if you're not sure. If you think it's a corner, but you're not 100% sure, you don't point to the penalty spot. That's one thing that you don't do. And I initially thought, oh God, why? Because Sab shouldn't be putting himself in that situation in the 9 minutes of the game. But then again, he's seen an incoming man, like trying to block the shot.
I understand why he's done it.
The goal, the other angle I've seen from behind the goal, it looks like Sab's gone in, and then the guy has kicked his foot and then gone over. So then, do you know what I mean? Then there's arguments for it not being a penalty.
It's tight. It's a close one.
It's definitely a close decision. Like, and you know what? I didn't even bring it up. The incident in the first half where Balassi has gone to flick on to Boro, and he's scored an absolute screamer.
Such a good goal as well.
I know, and like Boro's been excellent this season, and I know he won a couple of weeks ago, but that would have been something else that if it counted.
Yeah.
It's such a he couldn't have struck it any better if he tried. He wouldn't be able to do
corner. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's like right across goal. He was got a chance.
But in your opinion, was that like should that goal have stood?
100%. 100%.
I don't think anyone. To be fair, I don't think anyone can argue with that.
No.
At all. I like well, the pundit. Oh my god! Like whoever that Sky Sports pundit was, I'm not sure who it was. But I rate that guy so much because he was literally, he was like, what has he done wrong there? What has he done wrong? It's either like the goal stands or it's a penalty to us. But obviously, because it's Middlesbrough Football Club, it never gets given. It always goes against us, always.
What annoyed me even more about that was the fact that he stood there and waited for Bowler to score. It was like as soon as he hit the shot, and then he blew it.
Yeah.
Well, don't let him see him score a banger and then disallow it.
Yeah, like blow straight away.
Yeah.
It took him too long to decide that it didn't count, which, like you say, is another annoying factor of that game. But looking forward now, we've got Stoke on Saturday. What do you fancy our chances against Stoke?
I mean, they also suffered a late penalty to Swansea, didn't they?
They did. So they know our pain, they feel our pain.
Well, I don't know if they know it fully.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that kind of thing could damage us, or it could really spur us on, that late penalty. Yeah. But then it's the same for them, really.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's kind of I don't know if we consider it as big a game. That's the thing. Like it's typical Boro for us to go into the big games and perform really well, and then in the smaller games not do as well. You know, I'll be honest, I don't really know where Stoke are in the league.
They're literally only, I think actually I think they're only one place below us. But we're 9th and they're 10th.
Yeah. Well, it's tight.
I think I'm mid-table in there.
Yeah. I mean, I always back us for a win. Bias, but I love Neil Warnock. But I think it'll be tough. I don't think it'll be an easy game. They've got quality up front like Tyrese Campbell, who's he's a great striker. And you know, they've still got Joe Allen. Joe Allen's like somehow kicking it about in the Championship.
I think he's still kicking up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think John Obi Mikel's there, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've still got John Obi Mikel in the midfield as well. So yeah, they've not only got the Welsh Perlo, but they've got John Obi Mikel.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I think that wraps up today's video.
Yeah.
It was great speaking to you, Ben. So thank you very much for, like I say, this match reaction. Hopefully we can get you on some more. And I know Matthew was talking about getting on some as well.
Yeah.
We'll get them involved. And so thank you very much. If you are listening on the podcast, please leave a review. And if you are watching on the YouTube channel, please like the video and subscribe, because we've got loads more videos coming, loads going out across social. And if you haven't already done so, get yourself involved in the competition, because chance to win a free book. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.